Welcome back to Corner of Knowledge and Entertainment. Today we re-stepping into the enchanting world of orchids, flowers that have fascinated humans for centuries with their elegance, colors, and mysterious charm. From their unique growing habits to the secrets behind their long-lasting blooms, we're about to uncover why orchids are truly nature's masterpieces. Let's dive in. Did you know that there is an orchid flower that can make a dead man fall in love? Well, not literally, of course, but if you see its beautiful purple petals with white spots and a pink lip, you will understand why it has such a strange name. Most people would agree that orchids are one of the most stunning flowers in the world, which is why today we're going to tell you 9 facts about this beautiful plant so you can impress your friends and family with your knowledge. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Stunning variety. There are many types of orchids all over the world, from the small ones that grow in the forests to the large ones that you can grow at home. There are more than 25,000 species of orchids worldwide, and each type has different characteristics and colors. That's why they say that there's an orchid for every taste. Number 2, symbol of elegance and love. In some countries, orchids are considered a symbol of elegance, luxury, and love. For example, in China, the orchid is one of the 3 great flowers and is considered a symbol of wealth, honor, and virtue. Meanwhile, in Japan, the orchid represents love, beauty, and perfection. The ancient Greeks believed that orchids grew only in paradise, which is why they were considered a symbol of the gods. Because of this meaning, orchids are often given as a gift to show how much you care about someone. If you want to impress your date, then take them to see an orchid field, or give them an orchid as a gift. We bet they won't be able to say no to you after that. Number 3, fascinating pollination tricks. Orchids are one of the most highly evolved plants on the planet, which means they have developed many interesting features throughout history. One of these features is the ability to trick insects into pollinating them. Some orchids have a special scent that attracts certain insects like bees and butterflies. Once the insects land on the flower to collect pollen, they become trapped by its sticky situation. So the only way out is through the opening where more pollen sticks to their bodies. When they finally manage to free themselves from the sticky situation and fly away, they end up pollinating other orchids. This is a clever strategy that helps orchids reproduce and create new plants. Number 4. Surprising growing habits. Most people think that orchids are difficult to grow and require special conditions, but that's not true. In fact, orchids can grow in almost any climate, can be found in tropical rainforests, deserts, and even in the mountains. Different types of orchids have different growing habits, but all of them need well-draining soil, plenty of water, and some shade. If you live in a place with hot summers, you can grow orchids indoors during the summer months to protect them from the intense heat. Number 5. Home care secrets. If you're lucky enough to have an orchid at home, you should know that these plants can live for many years if properly cared for. To keep your orchid healthy and happy, you must provide it with bright indirect light. Water it when the soil is dry, and fertilize it once a month. You should also check your orchid for pests and diseases and treat them as soon as possible. With proper care, your orchid will reward you with beautiful blooms that will fill your home with color and fragrance. Number 6. Long-lasting blooms. One of the best things about orchids is that their blooms last longer than those of most other flowers. Depending on the type of orchid, its blooms can last anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks to several months. If you want your orchid's blooms to last as long as possible, you should cut off any dead or dried up blooms and leaves immediately. This will help prevent the spread of disease and allow the plant to focus its energy on producing new blooms. Number 7. Economic uses. In addition to their ornamental value, orchids also have some economic uses. In some countries, orchids are used to make perfume, soap, and cosmetics. Their roots can be used to make a type of flour that is used in baking, and their leaves can be used as a type of tea. Some types of orchids are also used in traditional medicine to treat various ailments. However, it is important to note that not all orchids have medicinal properties, and some can even be toxic. Number 8. Medicinal uses. As we mentioned earlier, some types of orchids have medicinal properties. For example, in China and India, the orchid seeds are used to treat respiratory problems. While in Indonesia, the orchid extract is used to treat stomach pain and diarrhea. However, it is important to note that not all orchids are safe for consumption, and some can even be poisonous. Number 9. Fun fact hook. To hook your attention, will tell you that there is an orchid that can make you immortal. Well, not really, but this orchid can live up to 150 years. It's called the ghost orchid, and it's very rare. So, if you ever see one, consider yourself lucky. Now that you know all these interesting facts about orchids, we're sure you'll appreciate these beautiful plants even more. Orchids are not just any flower. They are unique and special. Now you know why. Orchids are more than just beautiful flowers. They're a symbol of nature's elegance, resilience, and creativity. Whether you're a gardener, a flower lover, or simply curious, these stunning blooms never fail to amaze. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of orchids, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Corner of Knowledge and Entertainment for more fascinating stories from nature. Until next time, stay curious and let the beauty of the world inspire you.